Yeah, legit.
Just biting into a salmon. Yeah. Fucking giant bear head clamped down on your dick and your asshole. And you're going, no! And that's how you die.
How's it going? Welcome back, my beautiful sinners, to another great video here on The Savior Show. Grab yourself a snack today, boys, and a drink, because we're gonna have a nice, long conversation. This is gonna be a more kind of relaxed video, not so much scripted. I do have my notes, because I'm a professional madman. And yeah, this is just a topic that I want to talk about, something that has just got my interest, and I've been wanting to discuss it for a very long time now. So if you like philosophical type videos, if you like game retrospectives and synth music, go check out my electronic music, by the way. That would mean so much to me, and support me by becoming a member or by giving a small donation if you do like this video. That would mean so much to me. And just join the channel if you are new, subscribe to this community, become a sinner, become a disciple of the Savior channel. You will not regret it, because this community is awesome and we discuss all kinds of crazy things here. You know, we have no limits. Let's just dive into this madness and talk about the Kardashev Scale. Now, I am a strong believer that we are not alone in this universe. I mean, that's just so stupid to me. I'm not gonna say people are mistaken and, you know, they can't have their own beliefs if they think, no, we are the special only creature and only God made us, okay? Because that's their perspective and I respect it. But logically, and understanding just how crazy and massive the universe is, not to mention multiple different types of dimensions that we know could possibly exist, and multiple infinite universes that also exist alongside our own universe, just our observable universe is so tiny compared to the grand scheme of what the universe actually is, and we can only actually perceive around 5% of this universe. The rest is dark energy, higher dimensions that we can't possibly understand. You know, a three-dimensional creature entering a four-dimensional space, we can't truly comprehend what that's like. We can understand two dimensions, but we can't truly understand what, you know, the fifth dimension looks like, or how creatures can interact in that environment, but I'm sure that they can. It's also very possible that some kind of creature could exist in this dark energy state, since it makes up so much of the perceivable universe that we know. So today I'm just going to talk about the Kardashev Scale, and he was this man who basically invented this scale on ranking types of civilizations and types of, you know, alien species, and where humanity is on this scale, what the future might look like, and just discuss existence and the universe. I'm not going to go too much into the philosophical aspects of our human perception, how we perceive, you know, the universe, because that's all down to the individual. Take this as a conversation of the universe and existence, and the Kardashev Scale updated in 2022, the Kardashev Scale in 2022, what we know so far, because we do have new knowledge thanks to the James Webb telescope slash satellite that has been, you know, sent into the cosmos to gather information. And yeah, so let's just dive into this bad boy. And I hope you enjoy this video, even if you don't have an interest in the universe and you're like the boomers, or you're like the people that I know and they are very earthbound and only consider what's going on around them. I can understand that perspective, because at the end of the day, this doesn't affect your life. But it's interesting to think about just how tiny we are, because we are literally nothing. We are beyond the tiniest bacteria compared to the universe, compared to the galactic scale, and it's just incredibly humbling to actually think about it, because when you realize and you dive deep into this type of information, that we are just so tiny, just a fraction, a fractal of infinite fractals. It sounds like I'm taking a lot of drugs, but I'm not saying that, but you know, that does maybe change your perception, and I wouldn't say you should do that, but I'm just saying, you know, it's an opportunity to perceive things differently, and understand that you only have one tiny perception of the universe. We actually produce DMT in our own bodies, and when we die, many people believe that DMT is the gateway to, you know, expanding your consciousness and moving your consciousness beyond, you know, to a different state of existence. And to me, that does make a lot of sense, as does the idea of rebirth when it comes to Buddhism and stuff like that. Don't be afraid of the infinite scale of the universe. I know it can be scary, and that's why a lot of people don't like to think about it, but actually, when you break it down and you realize that we are all made up of the same thing, we are all made up of the universe, and we are basically just the universe experiencing itself, it makes you feel more connected, and it basically just humbles you to understand that nothing really matters at the end of the day. You're just a tiny thing, and whatever you give meaning to, that's, you know, up to you. Understanding that we are literally made up of the same elements, to me, that's just something reassuring. And if people are interested, I would say I do believe in a god. I do believe in pretty much every single god ever, and gods that we can't even perceive, because, as I will get into, there are creator type civilizations. This is all, you know, just a theory. This is not exactly proven, but by looking at our own civilization and the knowledge that we've gathered as humans, you know, we can't exactly understand just how crazy the universe is. We don't understand anything, actually. A different type of alien life might evolve completely different from us. It might have a completely different understanding of physics and how it perceives the world, so we can't understand how that type of species will evolve and, you know, grow into a different type of civilization, but we can give it some kind of understanding because of how evolution works on our own planet, and pretty much, you know, being a conscious creature, because no one understands even what the fuck consciousness is. No one knows what the hell is going on, okay? And it's quite amazing. Having consciousness is truly something remarkable, and there are different levels of consciousness, and I feel like that is integrated with the universe, and it's just so crazy to think about, because if consciousness is just matter rearranged into a certain way, you know, that's just amazing. So many people are just focused on what's going on here and now, and I understand that philosophy, and you shouldn't lose your head and think about this stuff all the time, but it is important to engage with. So if you're not into this type of thing, just give it a try, and let's dive into the information that I've gathered for you today. The observable universe that we know of has been around for around 13 billion years, okay, which is pretty insane. And within that universe, the observable universe that we know of, 40 billion galaxies can actually support a life, which is pretty insane. You know, this is just a rough estimation, but I just don't understand how people can think we're the only intelligent life. You know, yeah, we're the only intelligent life, maybe perhaps in our little circle, but that little circle, even though it seems massive, is literally fucking nothing. So how can you believe there isn't alien life? I just don't understand it. But I think that barrier is being broken down, because now even the government is taking UFO sightings more seriously. I myself have actually seen a UFO. I might make a separate video about that, which was pretty wild, and makes me sound like a madman, but no, I actually saw one. We have seen some weird UFO sightings, so it's very likely that a higher civilization is already watching us for some reason, or, you know, just checking on our energy status, because that is what the Kardashev Scale is all about. It's about measuring civilizations compared to how much energy that they use and produce, and as humans have evolved, of course, we are using way more energy. And like I said, we are aware that there are probably around 10 different types of dimensional states. And because we know that particles can change when we're looking at them, they can kind of exist in two states. That's kind of the hypothesis for infinite universes, because it changes as an observer is looking at what the universe is actually doing, which is absolutely insane. What a particle is doing, it can change. So that's just insane. Oh mama, level 0, here we go. So, level 0 is what humanity is at. And basically it means that we gather natural resources from our own home planet. We are a baby civilization. our technology is pretty limited, and we're using tools to gather, and basically even now we're only harnessing natural resources as a way to consume and use energy. Obviously we do have nuclear power, but it's not quite the same as a level 1 type civilization. A level 1 type civilization is using nuclear energy and maybe other types of energy that we are just not aware of. And basically, if they are using nuclear energy, they will be using nuclear fusion, and that's basically a much better way of using nuclear energy, because how we use it is obviously very dangerous. We just have to look around us and at history with all of these different nuclear plants blowing up, radiation leaks and all that kind of stuff. By using this type of technology and by harnessing the power of your planet, you can control the weather systems, you can control exactly how your planet is operating. At the moment, we don't have any control over our planet. We're just, basically milking it dry. But by level 1 civilization, you have the power to harness the planet, which is pretty cool and it's pretty amazing. They can design spaceships at this point. You will basically be able to regenerate human cells and basically extend the human lifespan. Technology would be very different from what we would imagine, of course, in a different alien civilization, because like I said, their evolution would be completely different from our own, most likely. And maybe using this type of technology also would break down the barrier of communication, so there would be only like one type of language between the whole entire species of that planet. A level 2 civilization is a stellar civilization, and what this means is they take energy from their own star systems, which is pretty insane. And if you're curious, there have been some videos leaked, which may be false, but they do actually come from legit sources that show some kind of objects taking, going very close to the sun and kind of taking some kind of energy away from the sun, which is quite crazy. So that might be a higher civilization taking the energy from the sun itself. So that sounds pretty moist, right? But will humanity ever reach that point? That's the problem, because we love to destroy things, and we will probably never reach level 2 civilization. I would love to have hope for humanity, but I honestly think we will just blow ourselves up before that, or we will create some kind of disaster, some kind of disease. Who knows if humanity will ever reach that point, but that will actually take around 100,000 years to reach that point of harnessing energy from the sun. So who knows if we'll ever reach there. I hope so, but I have my doubts, and understand that its tribal mentality is the thing that's holding it back. That's why I think practicing philosophy is very important to breaking down those barriers. The technology that would be used to harness the power of the sun is called a Dyson sphere, and this is just a theoretical technology that would basically wrap itself around a sun and be able to extract the energy from the sun and then use that energy to harness powerful technology, or maybe even biological technology that might be possible with a type 2 alien civilization, and that would be able to power the whole planetary system. And like I said, they can completely manipulate the planet at this point, and they can take energy from other planets because this is a stellar civilization, so they can go into the galaxy and harness energy from different types of planets. A level 3 civilization is a galactic civilization, so you can think of Star Trek, Star Wars, something like that. A galactic civilization is pretty much the same as a level 2 civilization. However, it has even more power and even more energy resources, because it can basically travel to different systems and harness the power of the planets, of the suns. And at this point, technology would be available to make anti-gravity, and they will be able to use wormholes as a gateway to travel between different systems. And life science would be at its peak at this point. Biological technology that we can't even think about, or some type of technology that uses so much energy or break down consciousness into some kind of algorithm / artificial AI, who knows, but that's just a theory. Now we have Type 4 civilization. Now, Type 4 civilizations are super advanced, and this is where the Kardashev scale kind of ends, but we have it expanded here because we have new knowledge, and a lot of other scientists have, basically added onto the Kardashev scale, so you won't see this type of information in many places, but it is legit. Of course, this is all hypothetical, I have to say that. So Type 4 is basically, they can create wormhole technology, and they can actually create wormholes within the universe by using, maybe dark energy. They can actually rip, a hole in the universe in time and space to use it as a gateway. They will be using not just suns, but supernovas, which is when a sun dies and explodes, and by harnessing that energy, they would be able to use that high power energy to create all kinds of new technology that we can't even understand, and they would literally be able to manipulate and even create planets at this point, most likely. And about 1 in every 40 years in a galaxy, a supernova happens, so they have a lot of opportunity to create these mass energy fields. And in fact, some new images from James Webb and the telescope sent into the cosmos has actually found a galaxy, or a system, I think it is, of a cluster of stars. A galaxy completely made up of stars, which is pretty incredible. And, it could be possible that a higher civilization have made that kind of as a deposit, as a fuel deposit. That's just one of my theories, but who knows? It's very interesting to think about, because it's very weird that they are all clustered together in that form. But at this point, consciousness would be separated from the flesh, from whatever type of creature that alien is. Immortality would be possible, and they would be able to actually create life, not just planetary systems of our own species. That's another theory, that human beings are actually created by just another higher type of civilization. So they would basically be our gods. We know that infinite universes could possibly exist, but at this point, even a Type 4 creator civilization could not travel between multiple infinite universes as far as we know, but a Type 5 civilization could. It's very difficult to collect this much information and energy, but by using white holes, which is the opposite of black holes, what a white hole is it releases mass and energy, and they could possibly exist. So maybe they are using this type of white hole, or collecting energy from complete galaxies to travel between different multiple infinite universes. That is very possible, to create gateways between universes. And this would be the peak, pretty much, of traveling between multiple different types of infinite universes, creating whatever they possibly could, and being, not bound by their bodies anymore, just being pure conscious energy, maybe even a singularity of pure consciousness that could go and travel throughout the universe and different types of universes, and basically create anything. That's what we perceive as a god, but it would still not be able to travel into different dimensions, we would think, at this point. So that is what a Type 6 civilization is, which is a multiple dimension, infinite universe civilization, which sounds crazy, but it might be possible. And they could travel between different types of dimensions. Between Type 5 and Type 6, you would then be able to separate consciousness, and then you would be able to travel, like I said, into infinite universes or into higher dimensions, because they would just be pure consciousness, which is absolutely just mind-blowing. And you can travel between other universes as well, and harness all types of energy, and be pure energy itself. But by moving into different dimensions, you could then also travel throughout time. By accessing different dimensions, you will not be limited to moving a certain way. You will be able to, travel backwards or forwards into time, and create new timelines, perhaps, who knows. We can't truly understand what would be possible. It's possible even that at this point you can create Big Bangs if the Big Bang Theory is correct, and there is new research suggesting that the Big Bang Theory is not correct, and the universe is not expanding, and in fact we all kind of live in different kind of bubble universes, and there is a point which the new James Webb telescope has kind of shared some evidence saying that that might be possible. So that's very interesting, but who knows? And finally, Type 7 civilization, the gods of gods, existence itself, the universe itself. It might be possible for a civilization starting from zero to travel all the way up into a Type 7 civilization, becoming pure consciousness and the universe itself, becoming existence itself. But Type 7 isn't exactly a civilization, it is more of a state of the universe itself, because like I said, the universe itself makes up everything, so that would be pure creation and existence itself. So it would kind of merge the different types of civilizations with Type 7 civilization or existence/God itself. It's maybe possible to merge with the universe itself as a conscious creature and become a Type 7 civilization where you have access to literally everything that we know of in the universe and multiple universes and all the different types of dimensions, which would mean you are basically the universe itself, therefore you would be God / the creation process and the death and rebirth cycle itself. That's, like I said, perhaps possible, merging with that, or maybe even transforming into that, or that's a separate state of existence entirely, who knows. But those are the 7 different types of civilizations, and I hope that you enjoyed this crazy video talking and discussing and theorizing about the universe and what is existence, what is reality, and all that kind of stuff. I love this type of topic, and I just wanted to make this video because I've just wanted to share this with you for a long time. So please let me know what you think. Let me know your philosophical beliefs, your religious views down below in the comments. Let's have a discussion, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, like I said, show some support, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, and connect with the universe today. Peace out.